You've been running someone else's program since the day you were born. Not as a metaphor, as a fact. Your mother's fear, your father's ceiling, a teacher's careless sentence that you absorbed at age 9 and have been building a life around ever since without ever once choosing it. The limitations you believe are yours were installed by people who were themselves running someone else's program, and they handed it to you before you were old enough to ask for a different one. Napoleon Hill called this autosuggestion. The subconscious mind, he wrote, does not distinguish between a thought you chose and a thought that was handed to you. It only knows repetition and emotion. Whatever has been repeated to you with feeling, you are good at this, you are bad at that. People like us don't get that. Who do you think you are? Those thoughts entered the subconscious and became the blueprint. And the subconscious, true to its nature, executes faithfully, without questioning whether the blueprint was any good. Romans 12:2 says, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." That is not poetry. That is instruction. The transformation you want in your finances, your relationships, your body, your sense of what is possible, begins at the level of the mind first. The architecture always precedes the building. The blueprint always precedes the structure, and until the blueprint changes, the building does not change, regardless of how hard you work, regardless of how much you want it. So let's be honest for a moment. What is the program you've been running? Not the one you say out loud, the one underneath, the one that shows up as a flinch when an opportunity gets too close, as self-sabotage the week before something good was about to happen, as the voice that surfaces at 2 a.m. and speaks in the language of, "Who do you think you are?" as if that question were reasonable. That voice was not born with you. It was installed. And what was installed can be uninstalled. But not by working harder, not by wanting it more, by changing the program. The subconscious responds to one thing above all else: repetition paired with emotional intensity. Think and Grow Rich describes this as the mechanism behind every great achievement in history. Not genius, not luck, not resources, but the disciplined installation of a dominant thought, repeated until the subconscious accepted it as law, and the entire organism began to organize itself around it. The people who built the lives you admire did not find the courage and then build. They built the thought, held it under pressure, rammed the declaration drill until it stopped feeling like a lie and started feeling like a prophecy. And then the courage showed up, because the body follows the mind, always. Today, we change the program, not gradually, not by the end of some 30-day process. Right now, in this session, you are going to run the drill, and by the time this session ends, the subconscious will have received a signal strong enough to begin the work of overwriting what was installed without your permission. This is what the architect does. This is why we're here. 432 Hz, grounding, root, the frequency of a stable earth beneath your feet. 528 Hz, the transformation tone, what researchers have called the miracle frequency, associated with DNA-level correction and repair. 963 Hz, the crown, the place where the individual mind opens to something larger than itself. Together, they create the acoustic environment in which subconscious reprogramming is most available. Not magic, mechanism. The same mechanism Hill described, the same mechanism that runs in every human mind, whether you know about it or not. The only question is, will you be the one running it, or will you keep letting the old program run you?
I am not my mother's fear. I am not my father's ceiling. Declaration. I am the author of my own program, starting now, not tomorrow, starting now. Declaration. I am erasing every inherited limitation with my next breath. The blueprint changes here. Declaration. I am not who they said I was. I am not what fear installed. I am who I decide to be. Declaration. I am the architect. Nobody else holds the pen. Nobody else gets to write the next chapter. Declaration. The subconscious heard that. It does not know the difference between a declaration spoken in this room and a reality lived in the world. It only knows this thought arrived with intensity and repetition. It is already filing it under dominant belief. It is already beginning the work. Breathe. Tony Robbins says that change happens in a moment, that the years of buildup, the slow accumulation of frustration and desire are just preparation for the instant when something shifts. That instant is available right now, not later, not after more preparation. The preparation is done. The drill is running. The frequencies are in the body. The only thing between the person you are and the person you are becoming is the decision to stop running the old program, not the ability, the decision. And you are making that decision right now in this session, which means the next action you take, however small, comes from the new program, not the inherited one, yours. Proverbs 23:7 says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." That is the oldest instruction manual on subconscious programming ever written. It predates Hill by 3,000 years. The mechanism has always been the same. You are not broken. You are running someone else's program on hardware that was built for something much larger. The architect has entered the building. Breathe. Tell us in the comments, what's the one inherited program you are done running? Name it. Write it out. Because naming it completes the first step of uninstalling it. And this community needs to hear what you just decided. Subscribe to The Architect. New reprogramming sessions drop every morning. Share this with the person who needs to know the ceiling isn't theirs. Support this channel at ourfamilies.pplx.app. Cash App, $ourfamilies321. Join the community at school.com/thirdeye-warriors. That's where we go deeper. I am warrior. The warrior doesn't inherit a life. The warrior architects one.